Well, this is my second attempt to make a video response to An Act of Fate Part 1. I will try to make a response also to Part 2. I did a previous recording, but it went up to about 13 minutes, and I believe it cannot be loaded onto YouTube, although I see videos that are over an hour long. I just don't know how it works. Anyway, this is a video response to Acts of Faith Part 1, and I want to express first of all that I am impressed by the way the very intelligent and very down-to-earth explanation of your ideas, of your concerns, and it's I'm happy to have discovered you on YouTube. Anyway, let me make a little comment about your concerns that you expressed in the first part of your video, and that is regarding your personal safety in a world in which more and more governments or nations are trying to turn towards a theocratic government. And I do agree and sympathize with you, and I have good reasons to do so because I have been in a similar situation. I'll make a brief account so that you may understand why I can sympathize with you. I was born and raised in a communist country where atheism was the national religion, and schools and other indoctrination centers were the temples in which the god of atheism was being worshipped and preached and taught. At the beginning, in my early years, I didn't pay much attention to it because infants usually believe everything they're being told. But later on, as I grew up and developed some analytical abilities, I started to question certain teachings of the doctrines of the atheism and the communism. And that, of course, made me become a target for persecution. I did my best to conceal my thoughts, my ideas, my feelings, and that was the only reason I was able to survive and still be here today. Through a series of events that I might approach in some other videos, I was able to leave the country and step on this side of the Iron Curtain, where I discovered a brave, brand new world in which I was able to express my feelings, my beliefs, my thoughts without fear of persecution. So that to relate to your fear. There's a little difference in the fact that we are still enjoying a certain amount of freedom guaranteed through the Constitution, with, of course, certain exceptions. So your fear may not be as imminent as it may sound. On the other hand, I totally disagree with the expressions of the ex-president of the United States, and I sympathize with your indignation about it. I definitely abhor such expressions against any human beings, regardless of whether they are believers or not, or of what faith or belief they belong to. That much said, let me approach your second part of your video regarding the interesting idea of building that array of lasers and amplifying them and then modulate them with your thoughts and with your words and beam them out into space. Of course, if that would be possible, it would take at least 4 years, over 4 years, for your transmission to reach the closest star in the system, in the galaxy that we live in, which is Alpha Centauri. And even so, there is no evidence that any planets or potential celestial bodies orbit around Alpha Centauri, so very little chance that any living or entities might be there. So far, based on the astronomy, the closest system that planets were discovered are about 100 light years away, and even the planets that were discovered are about the size or even bigger than Jupiter. That doesn't exclude the fact that smaller celestial bodies might be orbiting around that sun, just as Jupiter might be detectable from 100 light years away, but not Earth or Mercury or Venus or other planets. Anyway, it would take your message about 100 years to reach that destination, considering the possibility that in that system there are intelligent entities, and another 100 years to get an answer back. But my question is, why would you do that? Why would you think that that would be the only way that we could contact any entity out there? We know that light travels at a specific speed, and it takes dozens, maybe hundreds of years to reach even the closest potentially solar system similar parts of the universe. We do know that our brains emit electromagnetic waves that are detectable by the encephalograms, and that those are being emitted from within our brains. We have no idea what speed those waves are traveling from within our brain towards the outside, and they might as well reach the speed of light, or they might be simply instantaneous. We detect the electromagnetic manifestations of the brain functions, but a thought itself, cannot be detected by any instrument, any device. That thought that is being produced by that electromagnetic function of our brain may be some kind of a wave that would travel maybe instantaneously. So it wouldn't take any time to reach any destination in our galaxy or in the universe. I will stop here. I don't want to pass the 10-minute limits for the video, and I will continue in the next one, especially regarding your second part of your Act of Faith video.